Hello world, my name is Nova and welcome to another episode of Cork and Curated. Today I have a special guest, my sister and musical partner in crime, Miss Courtney Berry.
What's good, y'all? I'm so excited to be here with my sister.
Yes. So today we will be talking about another champagne, and we are the champagne mommies. So I figured I'd have her as a guest so that we could try it together,
Yes.
okay? So as you can see, today's featured champagne is actually a German brand champagne. Even though it was made in France, we're gonna get into the background of it, because you know how we do with the show. Before we get into the nitty gritty and actually taste it, we wanna do some research about it. So I have that here. So this brand is Piper Heidsieck, again, German. Pardon me if I butcher the name, but we're gonna get to it. All right, so let's learn a little bit about it, okay? So this was founded by Florence Louise Heidsieck in 1785. Apparently he wanted to create a wine that smiles. And
Cool.
I actually really like this. The way I found out about the brand was somebody was drinking it at work. So I was like, ew, I like the way this tastes. So I took a picture and I was like, let's try it for the show. So Florence is the son of a Protestant minister in Germany, and he started his own cloth and freight business. And basically, this stems back to World War II. So we're getting back into history. That's how the Germans got into France. So obviously they saw what the French were doing with the champagne thing. Right. So they said, let's get into it too. So this specific person, he actually met and fell in love with a young woman in France. Yeah, so she hailed from the Champagne region, because as we've gone over before, for something to be a champagne means that it was made in Champagne, France. So it's a sparkling wine. But not all sparkling wines are champagne.
Yes.
So
learned that. Exactly. Free game.
So basically, he fell in love with this woman, and he followed her to the area, and he was like, listen, nah, I already have a passion for sparkling wine. I'm about to get in my bag and get her and create a sparkling wine or champagne to solidify. So he started his own champagne house, and he also said, not only do I want to make a champagne for my queen, I want to get Queen Marie Antoinette in the mix.
Oh, cute. That's my middle name, Antoinette.
Oh, there we go. So this is
perfect, right? It's meant to be.
Period. Okay. Listen. All right. So, so afterwards, after he did his due diligence and he created the brand, he presented the first cuvee, and cuvee just means the first batch. So this is their cuvee. So if they have, so different brands have different cuvees. So all that is fancy schmancy for a different batch or a different type. So he presented the first one to Queen Marie Antoinette in Versailles, and she became the brand's first brand ambassador.
Wow.
Yes. So she bestowed Heidsieck with 14 exclusive VIP accounts within the royal court. So she loved it so much, she was like, we need it on deck at all times. And then, you know, shorty that he was already had the eyes for, she was like, oh, you're in it with the queen, let's get married. And they did. Okay. So it became a family affair for years. And let's see, in 1933, the champagne became the first to appear on the big screen. The debut was in a film called Sons of the Desert. I've not seen the film, but maybe
maybe we have to watch the movie and drink the champagne.
It's only right. And then in 1953, Marilyn Monroe issued a famous quote saying, I go to bed with a few drops of Chanel No. 5, and I wake up each morning to a glass of Piper Heidsieck. It warms me up. So apparently it was rumored, allegedly, that she kept a month's supply on hand. And in 2014, Piper Heidsieck became the official champagne and sponsor of the Academy Awards.
Oh,
so it's lit. We have a good batch here. Okay,
yeah, we're in good company.
Yes. So to get into the technicalities of the actual champagne, it is a brut. Yes. We like bruts. We like it on the drier side.
Yes.
So let's see. The terroir, or basically the plane in which it's made, 100 crus, representative of the great diversity of the champagne terroir. So remember, it was made in France, but even though it's a German brand.
Right.
So it's still official, it's still a champagne. So it's a mixture of 50% Pinot Noir grapes, 30% Meunier, and 20% Chardonnay, all mixed together. Which we did another episode with another brand. And they had 60% Pinot Noir. So now I'm just remembering like how the formulations work. So I'm gonna get there, y'all. So aging on the leaves, basically the branches, for 24 months. Alcohol content, 12%. So they also give us some recommendations on the website of like what to pair it with.
Okay.
So it's steak tartare.
I just knew it was steak. Oh my god, it has to be steak.
But they also say fish and chips too. So, usually
that's super lit actually. Like fish and chips. I love fish and chips.
Right. So that would be kind of nice. I mean,
yeah.
Even though it's a laid back food, a prestige brand, but we could still have some fish and chips with it. Okay. They say the aromatics are like peach, almond, blossom, and mint, but I want to say that again, it is subjective. So. Okay. Even though they say these things, a lot of times I'll be like, is it really apricot in there or whatever? But it's just based off of what you taste. So
so it's like on your palate?
Yeah. So if you never had an apricot before, how are you going to say
that's
apricot?
True.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, serving temperature, let's say 8 to 10 degrees Celsius. The cellaring potential 5 years or more. A lot of different awards. Let's see, Mundus Vini 2020, Wine Spectator 2019. So we're dealing with a really good brand. And without further ado, I'm ready to try it. I mean, of course, I love to do my knowledge and everything.
Yeah, I love the bottle. It's just, it's powerful to me. Like the red, the gold, the black. It's just a pretty bottle.
Yeah, I like it too.
I'm excited.
It's giving regal.
It's giving regal.
You could do the honors, boo, and open that thing up.
On this side.
Hot champagne. Ooh, and we're brew mommies over here. So I'm really
love
excited.
Champagne. My love for champagne started as a child.
Yeah.
Like that sparkling cider. Like I think I love the pop of the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I love the sound
and stuff,
and everyone always, back in the day when they would hand out the champagne, is like, oh, don't pour too much, like just a little bit. So it's like, this must be special.
Yeah, so let's do it.
Ready?
Yeah, ready. Woo!
Yes.
I'm glad it didn't.
And we don't spill champagne over here. We drink our champagne.
Okay, so all right. So we have 2 different flutes. On another episode, we'll talk about the different types. Even though this doesn't have a stem, it's still a champagne flute. So. We're just gonna do the honors with you, boo boo. Really fancy, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why you tilt it is just so the bubbles, you know what I'm saying, doesn't overpower the glass. This way we can get as much champagne in there as possible. You see how that now? If I would have just poured it in there, it'd have just been all. So again,
I smell it already.
Right. So what do you smell? So let's let's really get into it.
Right now, before what is the process called when you do the whole?
So we're sommeliers right
now. Sommeliers, right?
So this is a golden color here. It's nice and gold. You see the bubbles.
It smells fresh. Maybe that's the mint that I'm like smelling.
Let me see. I feel like I smell apple and pear, maybe.
I smell the peach, definitely.
Yeah, it is really sweet. It's sweeter. It's a sweeter smell than others that I've tried in the past. But yeah, it's funny too because on this list it says toasted bread, and I'm like, where you smell bread?
Okay, can you say again what? Let's see. Let me close my eyes.
Yes, close your eyes and get into it.
Tell me again what you said the notes are.
I said I smell pear, but you were right with the peach because one of the first aromatics that's given on the website is white peach.
I smell that.
Pear.
I smell the pear.
Orange blossom.
I do smell the orange. That's coming through.
Okay.
What I really want to smell is the mint.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't really smell that, but that's all right, because I don't know about no bread. But I think when they say the bread, it's just because of the yeast, obviously, like the fermentation. But I just love
it. Smells fresh, so maybe that's the mint and the toasted bread coming through. It smells really fresh.
Yes. Well, now I'm feeling to taste
it.
So cheers. Thank you for being on the episode with me.
Always, sis.
Let me know how you like it. No bitter aftertaste at all. But what are your reservations?
I love.
I'm trying to see what I taste. It tastes good. Like it don't give me
It does. It's no aftertaste.
Literally smooth.
It's really fresh. It's smooth. I love the bubbles. The bubbles are like really strong.
We're just trying to articulate what it is that we taste on our palates.
Yeah.
But
we just love champagne, but I do want to how you're doing this show, know more.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to learn together, right? The notes and the tannins and the, and even though they use red grapes, the reason why the color is not there is just because the colors come from I was about to say the shells, from the skins. So they just make sure that the skins aren't taking over, so.
but this gives me that like luxury like feel, and it tastes really good.
Yeah,
it's not bitter, and definitely for it to be, you know, it's dry, but the sparkling notes like definitely come through.
Yes, and for those who don't know, like especially if you're a little bit more health conscious, like Brut's the drier. Sometimes if you go to a restaurant, you'll see Zero Brut or Brut Zero. The drier the wine, the less carbs, sugars, and fats are in it. So if you did want to have a little champagne, you have the Brut. So.
I definitely want mimosa this.
Yes. So
there would be no orange juice. The orange blossoms are inside already.
Right, inside. But yes, this is great.
It's pretty. I like this.
I'm glad you like it, because some sparkling wines and champagnes just have that like a
it's really harsh.
a taste afterwards. But I feel like you can just sip it and just.
That may be the mint. Maybe that's why we're not getting that harsh aftertaste.
Yes, but it goes
down. The mint
down.
maintains the freshness.
It goes down really smooth. It smells amazing.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna work on getting a chiller, like, cause I want mine super cold.
Work on another glass.
Do that. Get into it. Yes, that's what I wanted. And on the show, it's like, listen, we're probably gonna come across bottles that maybe may not be our fave, and it's subjective to what you like, but this is my sister, and we both literally every time we get together, we really love champagne. So I was like, you know what? I feel like she liked this, and the way that I even discover, and we're gonna discover together, is by going to a party and you see a brand or somebody has a bottle. Take a picture of it, try it. Okay. If you all have ever tried this, let us know how you feel in the comments. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, or even let us know what some other champagnes or sparkling wines that you'd love for us to try.
Yes, definitely try this one.
Yes, it's really.
Can we say it again? Piper
Heidsieck.
Piper Heidsieck.
Yes, German, but made in Champagne, France.
Champagne, France. Cheers.
All the way back to the 1700s.
Beautiful.
So yes, you all. I think we're gonna shelve this. What we're gonna do towards the end of the season is just have an assortment of the bottles that we like.
Oh, cute.
So this is our second champagne, and this is it. I think we're gonna keep this on the shelf.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah, it's definitely on the shelf.
Cool. All right, y'all. So thank you for tuning in to another episode of Cork and Curated. Nova, Miss Berry. Cheers.
Feels so good to me, my